TNA may get Chris Jericho? What? TNA of all promotions possibly getting Chris Jericho as early as this Thursday for its AMC debut, for TNA's AMC debut. Well, it's a possible rumor and many rumors of Chris Jericho. Is he coming back to WWE? Is he staying in AEW? Is he going to be signing AEW? No, is he going to go to TNA? Man, this is going to be crazy rumors for the next few weeks about Chris Jericho, where he's going to end up. I still think he's going to end up back in WWE. I don't think he's going to end up at TNA, but I still think he's going to end up back in WWE. But let's just take a look. I mean, like this. There's rumors. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below, guys. All right. Chris Jericho reportedly very interested in potential TNA wrestling involvement. Chris Jericho's name in once again dominant industry speculation following comments made by Andrew Bedea on January 8, 2026 edition of the Final Bell Media Podcast. With Jericho's long-term future still unclear, Bedea went on record with a bold claim that has immediately sparked debate across the wrestling world. I'm saying this on record. Chris Jericho has already agreed to a WWE return. There's a lot of smoke around from what I'm gathering from people who were calling and texting me from people who would know that Chris Jericho was very interested in working at TNA. Oh. Okay. Bedea added that Jericho appearing outside WWE could still be part of the story and suggested one scenario that would instantly. Let's take a look.
I'm not sitting here telling you that Chris hasn't driven up his price from December until January, but I think at this point, I think it's a done deal. If you want to run with something, if you want to say that Andrew Bedea said this, I'm telling you, I believe Chris Jericho has agreed with WWE. I think there's a 0% chance he's back in AEW.
Like a verbal contract?
Yeah, I don't. Maybe they'll put the pen to paper when he shows up, wherever he does show up.
Didn't Punk sign that in Gorilla before he went out like that? Yeah, they don't care, and they'll tell you that too, and they'll film it, and it'll be on Unreal season 19.
Right. I just they're a content company. They're not a wrestling company. They being WWE. They're really not.
Especially now, they've the line of 50-50 content and what we put on is this.
All right, so yeah, okay. The rumors about him working at TNA is still technically him working with WWE, but since they have a partnership with TNA, he could appear at TNA, which is true. So this is so what they're saying in that clip is he's probably signed a deal with WWE. Maybe waiting for a potential debut again to come back, like a specific day, a specific show, the right time for his comeback, as it sounds like. But it sounds like he's interested in working at TNA, and since WWE has a working relationship with TNA, it's quite possible. Yeah, you know what? Let me do some stuff with TNA too. Maybe he's interested in working at TNA, but he's interested in working at WWE, and since they're partners. And they're not ending that relationship anytime soon, as you know, since they're partners, since they work together, mainly NXT with TNA. And sometimes they do little main roster stuff. Very rarely, like AJ Styles is gonna, have showed up at TNA, but even though he's under WWE contract, but it's AJ Styles, right? TNA legend, arguably the Ric Flair of TNA, where Ric Flair is synonymous with WCW, AJ Styles is synonymous with TNA. I mean, when Joe Henry was a TNA talent, he had to appear in WrestleMania. When Jordan Grace was a TNA talent, appeared in the Royal Rumble. TNA talent appeared in NXT TV. And things like that. So, yeah, I mean, sure, if he comes over to WWE, he could work with TNA because of the relationship. So, that's what it sounds like. He's very interested in working with TNA. That's what the rumors are saying. He's very interested in working with TNA. But under WWE. Because WWE could probably pay him more. So, the TNA. That's what he's not. I don't know. TNA, I don't know if they give $1 million contracts out. I don't know. I don't think anybody at TNA is making $1 million or more. I don't know. But Jericho will probably be in WWE who would want at least $1 million and more. $1 million at least, right? And that's the case. WWE could pay him that, and he can still work at TNA. They can still work at TNA because of the work relationship. But yeah, I don't know. You think maybe you think he'll show up on TNA's AMC debut? We already know AJ Styles is going to be there. Fortunately, for some reason, they have Perez Hilton. Willie, that guy. Why? You trying to build up this show, and you get this freak. This guy on Perez Hilton. This guy hasn't been relevant in years. Really? That's a celebrity? Oh, whatever. Like, share, subscribe, comment below.